Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do a hydrostatic transmission fluid change on my Kubota L3301. And before I begin, want to make sure that I had a light, filter remover, 14mm wrench, 22mm wrench, razor knife, 2 filters, 2 oil filters, paper towels, transmission fluid for the hydrostatic. Just make sure that it is JT5 or your Kubota fluid. Either one, it's good for the hydrostatic transmission on your Kubota. There's my Kubota. It's in Florida and it's real hot out, so I threw a tarp over the top. I'm going to start back here and go ahead and drain the fluid. Then I'm going to go underneath over here and drain the fluid and also remove that filter. I'm going to come on this side, drain the fluid and remove the filter. So I'm going to go ahead and tackle each one at a time. First, I'm going to go ahead and drain. Now, in order to drain it, I'm going to put the light down there because without the light, pretty much I'm trying to stay in the shade here and it's dark. So let me put this light down here, right here. Hopefully that will help. Okay, I got the camera down here. I got my draining box and I went ahead and put a piece of cardboard here because when I undo this bolt, it's going to shoot out and hit that and come down so it don't overshoot. So also I might want to mention that yesterday I went ahead and hosed this off, hosed that off, hosed the whole bottom off, hosed the filters off to get all the dirt and sand off. And I went ahead and wiped all the bolts. So now let me go ahead and remove this. First time ever. Okay. You can see it coming down. And draining. Hopefully that's in the film there. It looks like it is. Now I'm outside on the grass. If there's a spill, I'll be able to scoop up some of the sand and I won't have it all over the concrete. Plus I'm trying to be on the shady side of the house right now. I'm just in back of the camera monitoring the flow, wait for it to stop. Looks like it's slowing down now. Okay, it looks like it's slowed down enough. I'm going to leave that nut off, and I'm going to reposition the camera and the light over here. That way, I can go ahead and video this next one over here. If I can get this correct. Okay. Alright. Once again, the cardboard's still there. And I'm going to go ahead and loosen this one up. Okay, tight, lefty, loosey. Okay. Looks like I can remove that cardboard right there. Just leave it so it drains. Excuse me. Okay, this one here is just down to a drip. That one's still coming down. I'll give it another minute. Go ahead and move this over a little bit. Okay. Got the plug here. Got the plug. Make sure this washes on. I'm going to put that back on. That's nice and clean there. Going to put this back on. Okay. Take the wrench and I'll give it a tighten. Not too tight, just snug. Let's see, get it on there and go. That's nice and snug. Every time I do something, I'm wiping my hands off over here with the rag. Even the wrench. Okay, so I did the right side, did the left side. It's almost done. Oh. Here's the other nut. That's the plug with the washer. I'm going to put that on there in a second. Just be patient and let it all drip out. We're draining it, so it all needs to come out. If there's little traces of something in there, I wouldn't worry about it. Once I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and grease. You can't see it now, I'll move it, but I'm going to go ahead and grease and clean everything and off over here, my PTO shaft and stuff like that. Give everything a little squirt with WD-40. Okay, I don't need this anymore, so I'll remove it. Just about done. Just trickling now. Once it gets down to a little splatter like that, a little bit more, I'll go ahead and the wind's blowing this a little, I'll move it. Just that little bit coming out right now, you know, it's, who knows if it's a cup, half a cup. Just let it come out. This side's taking a little longer than the other side for some reason. So we'll just be patient and let it all come out. Okay, that looks good enough, so I'll go ahead and make sure that's nice and clean. Put this back on. Let's go ahead and tighten it. Okay, it's tightened. Okay, so that's basically done under there. After I'm done, I'll go ahead and clean all this off and lube it, and I'll lube all my joints over here and the bar. I'll just go ahead and do everything while I'm down here, but for now, there, I was down on a piece of plywood down there. So for now, what I'm going to do is okay. Okay, cleaning the cap off. Put it back on. Now, I'm going to go ahead and empty this. Okay, I emptied this out into the bucket. Now, I'm going to put this over there. And as you can see, it's a 5-gallon bucket, and it's almost full, which means almost 5 gallons came out. There's about a little over 6 in there. So, the hard part about videotaping is you gotta keep moving the camera around. Okay, I'm over here for the filter. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I get this on there. Okay, that worked. And let's go ahead and take this off the rest of the way. That all look good. Let that drain. Here's the new filter it's going to go on. I'm just going to go ahead and take some of this out. Use my finger to put it on here. There you go. Here's the filters. Pretty much identical. The insides look good. I can see the screen goes all the way up on this one, just like it does on that one. The gasket's good. Everything's ready to go. Everything over here looks nice and clean. I don't feel anything with my finger. Nice and smooth. So I'll screw this one here back on. Okay, now I'll take my hand after I do that and give it a couple little twists just so it's snug. Okay, it's nice and snug, hand tight. Okay, this side's done. We'll move to the other side. Okay, we're on the other side. It's been said that on this side, you got to go ahead and scrape off the paint. So I'm going to get under here and okay, for the first time, they say you got to get under here and scrape off the paint. So here I am. Okay, try this side. Okay, I'm gonna give it a squirt. Squirt some WD-40 on there. Maybe that will help. Everybody was right. It's definitely on there tight. Oh, I got the camera right where I should be, but we'll try it again. Move this a little bit. With this, I gotta get in here. Okay, it's starting to turn. Ooh, it's tough. So, let me go ahead and give another squirt of oil in there. WD-40. Reposition this on here. And here it comes. Okay, that's it. I just love these things right there. They just grip on so nice. I just didn't want to put too much force. I just didn't want to put too much force on everything, so I took my time. Just let that drip down. I don't want to take this right off and have it gush out, so just let it take its time. Don't want it to splash on the camera. So I just put my hand here. Ooh, that wind just came. Hope I'm not blocking, but that wind just came, so just keeping it from hitting the camera over here. Put my hand that way. There it is. Empty this out. Empty that out. Look at this. Okay, it's coming out nice. Now, I want to look at this here. Pretty good. Hardly any metal shavings at all. That's the filter, and this is turned upside down. This is a magnet, and if I do this with my finger, right here, you can feel. I don't feel shavings, so that's pretty good. Let me go get a paper towel. Okay, what I'm going to do is that strain, I'm going to take this, I'm going to go ahead and wipe it like that. Okay, here's just a couple little shavings right there. I pushed it on one corner, and that's it. That's everything that came off of it right there. Hardly any. I've seen some online that were jam-packed with a lot of metal shavings. That must mean that whoever was operating it must have been grinding gears, because this one here came off real clean. I know how to operate a tractor, and I wasn't grinding gears at all. So this proves it right here. Nice and clean. I'll lube this back up, and I'll wipe it off again. Okay, go around this with my hand. Very nice. So, nice and clean. just about ready. Okay, got another towel, gonna give it one more wipe. It is perfect, nice and clean, real nice. I'm going to take this, set this right in here, like that. Now you can notice that this filter and that filter look real nice on the inside. So, wipe my hand a little. As I'm waiting, I'm going to take some of this oil and wipe. By the way, I don't know if you can see, but if you can see this, look how clean that is. Can you see that? You can see right through it. Clean as a whistle. Nice. That's what you want to see. You don't want to see any junk in there, any corrosion. So, also this, I wipe, and you can kind of see right here the paint right there on that flat part. That paint right there is what was holding that filter on. Okay. I'm just going to rust this. Okay. Rust this right here. Okay, just leave that and let it drip a little bit. Even with this on there, you can let it drip just a little more. You can see the Kubota filter was actually orange right here when they first put it on. That's under the gray paint. And then once they had it on the motor or on the tractor, they spray painted it gray over that orange. So whoever made that filter, it was orange. Same thing with that. Look, the paint underneath that, the gray, is orange and yellow. Here's yellow. How about that? I'm going to cut these open later and take a look at the inside. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and empty this out one more time, remove the filters, and then I'm going to set up the camera under there so I could go ahead and remove the other 2 bolts and finish up the job. Just going to let this here finish dripping. Looks like it's pretty much done. By the way, I get my WD-40 in gallon cans and I put it in the squirter and I squirt it. It's a lot cheaper than buying the aerosol type, and every bit of squirt comes out with a trigger versus the spray. So if you could get the gallons and get this and the sprayer, and you'll be good to go. Okay, I'm under the tractor. Now I have to remove this 22 millimeter and this 22 millimeter. And that will get rid of the rest. Even though I sprayed this off with water, I'm making sure everything's clean. I've been greasing. All my grease joints look good. So let me go ahead and see if I get this to come off here. In this position, here it is. There was one. Okay, let's see. Okay, got the washer, let all that come out. Now, let's see if I can undo this top one. Okay, here we go. Okay. I bolted them drain. You can see the gears in there. Go ahead and wipe all this off. Everything feels good. Okay, it's not dripping out up there anymore. Hopefully that's on the camera. That's looking good. I can put this back in. Let's make sure your washer's on. These are pretty much identical, so Like that, snug this up. Okay. Okay, it's on. Wet my hands. Okay, so I drained it there. I'm pretty sure we are good to go now to fill it up. Okay, here's the filters. This bucket's up to here, and this bucket's up to there, so that's about 4, 5, 6 point something. Let me just clean off my hands. There you go. That's all the hydraulic fluid that came out. Now we're going to go ahead and fill it up. Okay. Put this in there. See. I went ahead and put this hook in there and the filter in there, so it's not going to fall. But now okay. Looks like you just got to let it take its time and go down. Just got to be patient. It's taking a while to go down. He's probably about 4 gallons in already out of the 5. It definitely gets all over your hand when you're holding it up, because you have to hold it on the bottom. At least it's not dripping on me, it's dripping on my hand. After I put in this 5 gallons, I'm going to go look for a gallon jug, because I don't want to overfill it by putting in another 5 gallons. There's the last of the 5-gallon jug. Okay. Okay, let me go look for a gallon jug. Okay, I got a gallon jug. I filled it up because there's 5 gallons in there now. It's supposed to be 6.1, so we're going to put 6 in there. There's a little left over. So from here on out, I'll check my dipstick. I don't want to put all of it in. I would just want to make sure that the proper amount's put in. I'd rather put less than too much, because you can always put a little bit in, but if you put too much in, then you got to drain it, and you don't want more. You don't want more than there should be in there, otherwise that could cause bigger problems. Oh boy. Okay, I'm going to start it up and let it run for a little bit. Okay, needs just a little bit more. Said 0.2, 6.2. Said 6.2. Yep, right there on the O. And what I'm doing is right here. That's the dipstick. I'm pulling it out. Push it all the way in, pull it out, and it's showing right there at the O. Can you see that? So that looks good. Okay, went ahead and ran it for a little bit. Should let it set for a little bit before you check it, so I'll just go ahead and put that in there again. Pull it out and look. Yep, consistently right at that 0. Okay, all looks good.